In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to stop fighting with your loved one, how to get unstuck from these patterns of arguing and to come into a pattern of more calm, rational, and loving ways of communicating. My name is Lia Huynh. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm so glad to be sharing this with you today. You know, in my practice, I would say about 90% of the couples that come in for this very reason. So the first thing I always tell my clients is to be mindful. A lot of times when we are arguing, we go so quickly from 0 to 60. It might be something very small and then all of a sudden we're yelling. Instead of going from 0 to 60, we need to be on the lookout for when we're hitting like 20 or 30, because at that point we need to say, oh, whoa, things are getting a little bit too heated. And the reason for that is once we get past a certain, I would call it like a heat point. So if we're like a thermometer or an odometer, once we get past a certain point, our brains go into a fight or flight mode. And at that point, we're not thinking rationally and nothing good comes out of this. I think we all have experience with saying things we don't mean or doing things that we regret later. And that's because our brains are just in a different place. They're not in a loving, rational, calm place that says, this person is my loved one, this is my spouse, I don't want to hurt them. We go into a totally different place that says, this person is a threat to me, I need to either get away or I need to hurt this person. So before we get to that place, we need to be mindful that, it's getting to that kind of dangerous place. So step 2 is when we feel like we're getting too heated, we need to take a break. Now, how we communicate this is very important, because the first way that we can do is to kind of use it as a way of rejecting your partner, right? So to say, I'm out of here, I can't stand you, I'm rejecting you, right? And that is going to either make your partner more angry, or it's going to make them kind of lash out back at you or shut down. So we don't want to do it in a way that's going to be rejecting. So you can say something like, you know what, we're getting heated, I don't want us to get any worse, so let's just take a break. I'll come back in an hour or so. Okay, so don't take too long, but take enough time so that you can calm down. Okay, so that's step 2. Step 3 is when you're taking a break, and this is very important, don't use this time to stew and hem and haw and think about what you should have said instead, or like why things aren't fair. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to calm down. Remember when I was talking about your brain being in the place that feels like your partner is a threat? You want your brain to calm down, so you go back to the loving place, right? Where you know that this person is loving. And in order to do that, you need, again, to calm down. And how do you do that? You distract yourself. I know that for me, usually I'll call somebody, sometimes I'll pray, sometimes I'll just go and watch something on YouTube that is calming or inspirational or positive, or sometimes it might just be like something that's funny, like cats. There's a client I knew that would go to Costco, and every time he came back from Costco, he would feel like calm and ready to kind of tackle whatever he needed to at home. So that's the third step, is we need to calm down. So the fourth step is to come back and to approach your partner lovingly, respectfully, and with the intent to reconcile, right? So we don't want to come back with the intent to say, hey, I've thought about more things about why you're wrong. You want to come back and say, hey, are you ready to talk? I'm ready to hear you. Are you ready to come back together? Let's talk some more, okay? So those are the 4 steps to de-escalate an argument. In my next video, I'm going to talk about what to do when you're actually talking together, what to say, what not to say. I'm going to give you all kinds of good stuff. So if you like this video, go ahead, like and subscribe. Also, my website is down there if you want to work with me. If you feel like, hey, this is a lot to kind of do on my own, I really want someone that can help navigate me and my partner through this, my website is down below. Thanks, and I'll see you again.